So Noah, I'll let you know how to access. You might know, or if I'm not sure, I can't remember if I told you how to access the recording of this class after. Okay, so you'll be able to access. It's up for at least a week, 2 weeks for you to watch, as much as you like, right? And then if you ever need it, I can get it to you too. It's just there's just so many classes, a year and a half of classes now. It's ridiculous, so many classes. Okay, let's go. So guys, we're gonna do, remember Monday we covered off holding one part very still and then moving another part of your body, right? And we talked about having two things to do, like focusing on stillness, but then having an action happening, right? And we tried to kind of apply that to different parts of our body. We're going to do some of that again, and I'm going to show you this, especially with weapons, because you find this. Okay, of course, I could be grabbing somebody in a headlock and punching them. Okay, I mean that's one way, but this stuff really comes alive with a weapon where I have a weapon and I'm holding it still, but I've got to move, right? So I'm holding still on a target, but I'm kind of moving on the back end, right? So this concept comes a lot more, a lot sings a lot more when you have a weapon in your hand. So we'll get to that, right? But I want to show you guys something I practiced yesterday, and I want to make sure you guys see it as well. It's kind of off topic, but it's something I want you to look at. So here's a bottle of water I have. Okay, it's not vodka, it's water. Okay, so you see the inside when I move it. You see how it starts to shake the water inside. Okay, it's a metaphor because we're kind of made up of mostly water. Okay, like our bodies are mostly water, and a lot of times when we're trying to find stillness, inside is still moving. Okay, there's a movement inside yourself, right? I experienced it yesterday when I was practicing with my bow. Outside I was very still, but inside I felt myself moving and I couldn't hold still on target well. I shot okay, but not as good as I could shoot. And I realized that this isn't it. So then so when I got home, I practiced it a little bit. I'll show you how I practiced it. Maybe you guys can try it this weekend or this week, because it's so easy to practice throughout your day, right? So stand up, everybody, if you can, stand up, okay? And just hold yourself still and try to imagine this. So when you stood up, inside of you was moving, right? So the water and the blood and the water and everything is moving. So just take a quick second to kind of settle that. So there's an outward stillness, but then there's an inward stillness, okay? And then when you feel as still as you possibly can be, okay? I want you to slowly start to walk, okay? And try not to shake the water inside yourself. So it's a very cautious walk, okay? And because you're aware, you should feel even the slightest bit of tension on your feet, you should feel. So there is tension when you step, like you feel the tension. So be very aware of the tension in your foot and try to relax that tension. And the way you relax the tension is by relaxing your knees. Relax your knees when you step. This way, not too much tension comes up. So think of the water and you want to really keep that steady, okay? And you can go to one side, you can go to the other side, you can change your direction, but the water should be very still. So always think about that. Look how still that water is. So I can move it, but I have to be very aware of the water inside, not the blood, the water inside you. So you're moving, but don't disrupt this. Just 1 minute, guys, practice this. Awesome, guys. Good. Okay, come close. How did that feel? How did it feel? Could you feel something inside you? Could you feel that you were paying attention to a different stillness inside you? So believe me, this is exactly what I showed you on Monday, okay? I'm moving outside, okay? So here's my hand. I'm focusing on but this is moving, okay? So it's like inside, I'm focused on the blood and the water inside me, but I have to move, all right? I have to move. So I'm focused on moving, but I'm paying attention to what's happening inside myself. Okay, this is such a simple drill, okay, but it brings a lot of detail. Have any of you ever tried to chew your food 30 times? Like every time you put a try to do 30 times. So that practice, what it does is it shows you first of all, you taste your food more than you did before, you digest it better, right? You appreciate it more, right? It takes longer to eat, so you overeat less. Think about that, okay? So by slowing down and you chewing more, you've changed something about your diet and about your digestion that there's so many byproducts. By you slowing down and paying attention to what's happening inside yourself when you walk rather than outside, there's so many benefits I can't even explain to you. So I'm gonna leave that with you, okay? That's gonna be like your little bit of homework. Anytime you gotta walk this week, pay attention to what happens inside, okay? Now, we're gonna apply just another minute on another dimension. You're gonna have to try do your exercises like this too. So we'll do it together. So stand up, stand up. Kind of at the beginning, just put your hands in front of you just for some balance, right? And just so you can see them, right? Feet should be shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit longer. Settle yourself. So remember, think about that, right? Settle yourself. So settle the inside. And then very slowly start to go down into a squat. It doesn't have to be all the way. It can be like halfway. It doesn't really matter. And come up. And settle yourself. Again, make sure everything is settled. So you only do the exercise if you're settled. Go down. And start to go down even a little bit further and pay attention inside yourself, okay? Okay, you got it, okay. Now I'm gonna show you the way I do it because I like combining everything. I play with this stuff. So just watch, I'm gonna show you my sequence of how I do this, okay? And you guys can try it as well. So a squat is going to go to a push-up, is going to go to a leg raise, it's going to go to a body raise, it's going to go to an upward squat. Just watch me, okay? Or maybe we can do it together. Let's do it together. Come on. Okay. Everybody can hear me okay? You got me good? Okay, good. Okay. I'll try to give you as many ankles, right? So hands in front, okay? Slowly start to squat down. Be aware of the inside, right? Be aware of the inside. And very, very, very slowly, without disrupting yourself, put your hands down to a push-up, very slowly. Don't excite yourself. Don't move the water inside, okay? Very slowly, and now slowly bring yourself down. As soon as your chest touches the ground, very slowly turn yourself. Remember to settle everything. Go to a leg raise, very slowly. Very slowly. Keep the water, the blood inside you still. Body raise. At the top of the body raise, you very slowly stand up. Now I kind of rushed it there. I should have done even slower. Okay. But the idea is that you start from the top, you work your way down with the exercises, and you work your way up without bothering your body. Okay. Try that, please. 1 minute. Just try it 1 minute, and then we'll progress on to the lesson. Very slow, guys. Pay attention. Bring your focus inside yourself. Let the muscles know what they're doing. They really know what they're doing. You don't need to tell them. You guys have been doing these exercises for long. That's it, Eddie. Nice, Pierre. Nice, nice. Thirty seconds, guys. Keep going. 30 seconds. Okay, guys, good. Stand up. Very good. Stand up. Come around. Now, these exercises, it will inevitably challenge you because you start to think too much, okay? And when you do it like this pace, it's a great time to close your eyes, okay? When you close your eyes, you go inside easier, okay? So I want you to try it now, one more time, the same thing, one more minute with closing your eyes and see if it doesn't feel better, okay? Try it again. Try it again, slow, like I showed you with your eyes closed. And look inside yourself. Pay attention to the motion inside your body and limit that. Don't upset the inside too much. Nice, Thomas. Nice. That's it, Ralph. Relax your shoulders too, Ralph. Don't tense up going down. Relax the shoulders. Yeah. Eric, you too. Relax your shoulders. Relax the elbows a little bit. Yeah, just let the arms hang there. That's it. That's it, Alberto. Even slower, even slower. Take your time. Look inside yourself. Awesome, guys. Good. Come around. Come around. Okay, come on. How was it? You can unmute yourself if you want now. How did it feel? Did you feel that stillness?
Yeah, with the eyes closed, much better.
So the trick is, because I think everybody would say that, the trick is to keep your eyes open without looking. That like they're open, but the same, but keeping the feeling of when they're closed, right? And so we're doing the eyes closed to get the feeling so that when their eyes are open, we got the feeling. Okay. This is so important, guys. Like, I don't know I don't know how each of you approaches stuff, but for me, people will ask me about, you know, like I'll tell them, oh, you know, well, they'll ask me why I go to church. It's so funny. I said, I tell you the truth, because it's around good people. I feel so, it feels so nice in there. When I come outside, I see the whole world is not like this. So it reminds me of what a good place feels like, right? That's becomes my barometer of what it, just to be around good people and good feelings and good feeling, like that idea is more important. With your eyes closed, it's like a church that way. It reminds you of how you should be.
The body
It
is your
should be
church.
inside. It should be inside. Like that's how you make all your good decisions, right? It's from the inside, not from what you see on the outside. Okay, so okay, so that's your practice. I'll leave that with you. Okay, just see if you can incorporate it. Yeah, I think it'll go a long way. And this is not just martial arts does this. A lot of people do this. You know, the shadow boxers. You ever seen the boxers? They close their eyes. You know, they start to kind of, they just very slowly, you know, they do their work, you know, just to get the feeling of what they want when it's fast, but they get the feeling, they go slow. And that's builds a lot of skill. Okay, stand up now. Now we're gonna shake ourselves up a little bit and try find stillness quickly, okay? Because sometimes you get shooken up and then you just need to be able to calm yourself right away. So what I want you to do now is start to walk around very fast and very sharp. So it's very much like this, you know, it's like I'm shaking up this drink, okay? But you're gonna start to move for 30 seconds very fast, and you're gonna shake up the inside, and then you're gonna stay really still for another 30 seconds and try to feel that and settle it down, okay? This is important. So we're gonna try shake ourselves up. This is what life does to us, and we're gonna try settle ourselves down, okay? So stand up. I mean, it does, I'll show you the way as I do it now. So I'm gonna start to walk very fast in a small space all around, okay? I'll tell you when to stop. Ready, go. It's kind of like you're in a hurry, you gotta go somewhere, you know, usually this reminds me of my trying to get ready or trying to get my family ready for a trip left and right. So the inside is moving like crazy. The outside is moving like crazy. And then I stop. And even though I'm still right away, inside is still moving. I can feel it. And try to settle this. Try to bring like the same calmness outside, inside. Okay, go. Now again, faster. Move around, try to break yourself inside, right? So sharp movements, especially sharp movements left and right. This is very important. You start to kind of mess with your, yeah, that's it. Move, look one way, look the other way, you know, move around all the time, down, all this stuff. And stop. Be comfortable, right away, be comfortable and feel what's going on inside. And don't stop it, just try settle it down. Try settle it down. Use your breathing. Okay, now punches and kicks. So just punches and kicks all around. Yeah, fast and sharp, fast and sharp. Let yourself go. Don't worry about the system or not system. Just punch and kick in any direction. Forwards, back, left, right. Shake yourself up inside. Move yourself like all over. Oh, left, right. Breathing, but fast, sharp movements. Five seconds. And stop. Right away, relax yourself. you should feel the inside bouncing like crazy. You should feel the inside bouncing like nuts. With your breathing, kind of connect the internal world. Close your eyes if you need, and you'll really see how much you're moving inside when you close your eyes. Last one, guys. Go to the ground quickly. Quickly go to the ground. Quickly, and start to move all over the ground. Sharp movements in the ground. Left, right, up, down. Sharp rolls, turns, twists. Like really mess yourself around when you're on the ground. Remember, breathe, but go 8 out of 10 speed. Move yourself, move yourself, move yourself. Shake yourself up, shake yourself. Faster, 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 guys. Different directions, sharp movements, up, down, left, right, twisting, turning, rolling. Lie down quickly now on your back. Stay still. Boom, quickly on your back. Settle yourself. Try not to move. Close your eyes, feel what's going on inside. Use your breathing, calm it all down. Talk to your body, say, it's okay now. It's fine. Awesome, guys. Very slowly stand up. Again, stay nice and straight and kind of settle yourself from standing now, because you would have moved a little bit inside by standing. Okay, you can unmute yourself. Can you guys, how did that feel? Did you feel how you got shaken inside? Yes, no, yeah. Okay, I hope so.
Shaking like crazy and heart beating. Wow.
Yes, the heart will be going a mile a minute for sure. And your idea here is to kind of calm, is to be able to bring your heart rate down. But it's not just your heart, it's everything is everything. My mind as well too. Like, yeah, I don't know, yeah. Do you guys, do any of you have family? I have family like that. Like I go over to some of my sister specifically, and after a conversation with her, like she's just she makes the world yeah. crazy, you know. It's like I have to drive home and calm myself down. As if she's her house is like full of energy, right? It's more chaotic, more chaotic than me. So another little trick too. I worked in a quite stressful job years ago, and I remember at the time I also had Olivia was just born, my daughter. And I remember I would finish at 5 o'clock and I would come home around 5:30, but I used to stop, don't tell my wife, I used to stop at a park about 20 minutes, like close to my house. And I would just stop the car and just sit down on a bench and calm down. Because I realized that if I rushed home, I still had lots of stress from the job. And I know as soon as I come there, Olivia will come to me and want to play with me, and I'll be too stressed to play with her. You know, I'll be in my head. I would just walk and breathe, relax myself. And when I came home, I was ready to enjoy her. I was present with her, right? In many cases, you know, there's so much going on inside ourselves. We need to be more present, right? So you should be able to go chaotic, but then also calm yourself as quickly as you possibly can. Okay, and that's special training. It's real special training. So don't so you know those for some of you, I know a lot of you like to work out. I don't like it personally, but this kind of high interval training, the HIIT training where people just go intense, it's okay if you practice calming yourself at the same time. So you go ballistic and do, you know, a full minute of push-ups, but then when you really recover, like inside, then you're training something special now. That's a whole other ball game, right? But what a lot of people do is they do this HIIT training, high intensity interval training, because they feel like they're stressed. So feels good when you're stressed, right? That's not why you should do it. That's a whole other ball game. It's the same reason people work out to lose weight. That's not why you work out. You work out to get you want to lose weight. You watch what you eat. That's how that works. Okay, it's very important not to be fooled between those misinformation. For you to understand how to ramp yourself up, you definitely need to know how to calm yourself down. Okay, otherwise you're going the wrong way, if you know what I mean, right? There's nothing wrong with being mad, but you got to know just as hard how to come down. Otherwise it's useless. It's no point. Okay, so okay, you got that. Good. Now let's try this. So let's try find a better balance. So you're going to do that same sequence you just did where you know, like let's say you started to walk around, you know, all crazy, right? But now I want you to walk, but try to pay attention to you're inside now. I need you to pay attention. So I'm trying to walk as fast and as sharp as I can, but I'm very aware of what's inside. I'm trying not to shake it too much. So before, I just told you to mix the drink. I didn't care what was going on here, just to mix the drink. Now I want you to move it as fast as you possibly can, but I'm paying attention. There's a little bit of movement, but it's a good compromise. It's not this. That's what you just did. What you're doing is this now. You're trying to move it, but you're paying attention to what's going on. So I'm trying to move fast. I really want to move as fast as I can, but I don't want to bother myself inside too much. So when I stop, I feel the inside is not as it was before. Okay, stand up. Let's go. Let's try it. So we're going to try and move as fast as we can, walking in sharp movements, but you need to focus on the inside, because I want you to know this is a gift, guys. If you can figure this out, it'll be a gift that will stay with you all your life. How to hurry, but how to hurry. Look, the words I heard: hurry, Emmanuel, hurry, but slow down. That was the words that was explained to me. You're trying to hurry now, but keep yourself inside calm. Go. 1 minute. Go. Move around. Pay attention. It won't be as fast as before, but it'll be a better end result. So move. Hurry. Think of you got to do something. Got to catch the bus. I'm late for something, but without bugging yourself. Especially inside, without stressing. It's nothing wrong with hurrying, but it's your interpretation that killed you. Push it, guys, a little bit faster, but don't take the stress. You can go faster, but just refuse to take the stress inside. You can go fast. Believe me, 80% of what you did, you can do without stressing. Okay, now stop. And you should feel calm much quicker than before. You should see that there's a different stillness inside you. It's like outside, but inside is almost there quickly. Very good. Let's try it with the punches and kicks now. So before you were just wildly punching and kicking. Now you're going to start to kind of punch and kick, but you're going to pay attention to inside, right? You're trying not to bother yourself too much, right? So punch and kick, it can be fast, but don't bother yourself inside. It's like, I want to punch somebody, but I don't want to get upset about it. That's it. Bah, 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 bah. Play with the speed, guys. You can go fast. You just refuse to take the stress inside. just say to yourself, I'm going to punch, but I'm not going to be upset about it. It's usually only the upset that made you upset inside. Good, stop and check yourself. There should be a different stillness inside you now. You should feel outside still, but inside much better than before. Even me, now that I'm saying it, I feel better than before. Awesome, guys. Go to the ground now. Last one. Go to the ground. Start to move on the ground quite fast, but don't bother yourself too much. Let's go. Move, 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 move. All the time. Don't be afraid, but just say, I don't want the stress. I want it fast, but I don't want the stress. Move, move, move. Pay attention inside. Move, move, move. Pay attention inside. Go, 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 guys. Even faster. Even faster. You're okay. You'd be surprised how fast you can move if you just don't allow yourself to get upset. That's it, Eddie. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it, Ralph. That's it. Oh, Eric. Good, 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 good. Alberto, nice. Jaker, good, good, good. And lie down flat right away. Lie down. Settle yourself. Settle yourself. And very slowly now, without upsetting or doing it, try to stand up and keep inside calm. Slowly, slowly. Don't tense up any muscles. Don't. Eric, how did that feel? How did that feel? I saw you working it there. How did that feel? Was it different than the first time you did it? Did you find a little bit more calmness inside?
Yeah, more calmness faster at the end. Although faster. I did also find myself kind of chanting in my mind and out loud a little bit, like I'm moving fast and staying relaxed. But then I caught myself saying moving fast and staying relaxed tensely.
Or tensely. Okay, I'll do that. But it's so good. Like, guys, if it helps you to have a mantra, like that helps you, then that's great, you know, like, but that you consider, I'm not willing, there is what I want you guys to find is that point where you're saying, I know that if I go past this point, it's affecting me bad. It's a liability to me, right? So I want you guys to also find the same in life. I all want you guys to work hard. I've worked hard all my life. Since I was 14, I've worked hard. In any job I've ever done, I've worked hard. But what happened at the age of 35, I realized I'm not gonna do things that hurt me. Okay. So, and I'm talking mentally and physically. So you know, there's certain things that you just don't do. And you realize that it's not working hard that's bad. It's how it affected you that's bad. In other words, I took the stress home. I took it on myself. I gave myself an ulcer. I gave myself a migraine. Like it's this, it's not the job. It's what I interpreted. Okay. And there was an interesting story I'll tell you quickly. I was teaching at a high school. I normally teach at high schools, the Sistema part of it. And teenage boys are crazy, right? There's some that are great, others that are just annoying. And there was this annoying kid, like all class. He was like right in my right ear. He was just saying stupid things and just being a typical teenage boy. And after about 3 days of teaching him, he just finally got to me. I don't know what happened, but I was really showing some interesting stuff, and he was right here. And out of nowhere, I went bang, and I just punched him, which you're not supposed to do. Teachers not, but this is exactly what happened. And I wish I would have videotaped it. It would go viral for sure. I hit the kid. I looked at him, and he had this look of shock that teacher just punched me, and all his students were like, they were like, couldn't believe the teacher just punched the kid, right? And I looked at him exactly like this as I punched him, as my fist is still on his face. I go, you deserve that, right? And he goes, yeah. So he says, I refuse to feel bad about the punch because he deserved it. He really did. He really annoyed me. And even then, I refused to feel bad about the punch. I truly said, no, you deserve that one. And he forgot about it. Everything was good. You have to get to that point. You shouldn't feel bad if a guy deserved the punch. Sometimes bad things happen to bad people. That's just the way the world works. Sometimes. So, okay. I hope you guys felt it, and I want you guys to use this. Noah, I don't know, how did you feel it? How did you find it, Noah?
Especially on the ground, and then the punching. I felt, I guess, still a little bit of that aggression comes out a little bit, and so
it's okay.
Comes with that.
Are you doing, because you're in Thailand? I mean, you're in the home of Muay Thai. Are you doing any Muay Thai over there?
Yes, I am. Right now the gyms are closed, but I'm still practicing.
So this is a great way to practice, okay? Because I wish I could go back and play rugby with my knowledge now, because I was a rugby player in my early years. Before Sistema. I wish I had go, because I went at rugby hard, and I realized after I did Sistema, all the really good rugby players were practicing Sistema of rugby. I was not there. I was never taught it that way. So your trick now is to do what they do, just the elbows and everything, but try to stay calm inside. And I bet you the teachers there are going to notice if you're doing it, because everybody goes at it hard and crazy, but when you're a little calmer, you see it differently. So it'll be interesting to approach it, right? It's just like yes. Weightlifting. Guys, I love lifting weights when I was younger. I lift now once in a while. I wish I lifted it like this, so calm and relaxed when I'm not straining, I'm not dying, I'm not aching. It's less the activity, it's more the perspective that is what really hurts people, I think, right? I have such a better perspective now. It's not the weights that were bad. It was the way I approached them that was bad. And that was my big thing. So I hope you guys see that. Okay, let's get to the weapons, okay? So grab your gun if you have it, and then we'll get to the knife quickly. So here's some drills that will highlight this idea of stillness and mobility, right? So it doesn't really matter what you point at. Like, I'm just gonna point it at the screen right now. I hope you know my orange plastic gun's not loaded. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it at the screen, right? But what I want to do is I want to keep my gun in one spot, but I want to move my body. So this, I'm trying to keep as straight as I can, pointed right at the target, and I'm trying to see how much, like, the rest of my body can move, but I don't want the gun to move. Okay, so you're staying on one spot, and you're trying to hold that gun as still as you can, and really, really, really inch by inch. Now, some of you might have, you can do this if you like. Sorry, I'm gonna try to give you an example with my wall here, right? So you can put the gun on the wall and touching the wall and move around it, right? Let me just see if I can get you in my picture, right? So I got the wall and I'm moving around my gun. So you can do it that way too. It doesn't matter. You can have it in the air, or you can pop it on something like touching, so you know it's there, and move around, okay? That's it. So you're not walking, just stay still in like one little spot. like in one
You're
little
you're
spot.
okay to rotate it as long as it's pointing the same place, or are you trying not
Like-
to rotate it?
You can do it. I don't really care. It's not a gun clinic. It's as long as the gun is pointing that way, that's all I really care. And to be honest with you, that most gun ranges, they don't care if you want to do it like this, but as long as it's pointing down range, they'll be happy. Yeah, so allow the gun, but keep it pointed at the target that you pick. Now I've got the screen, but if you have a nice picture, you know, of your significant other that you want to point it at, that's fine with me too. And you're going to do it just with your good hand, first with your good hand, okay? Yeah, sometimes kneel, right? Sometimes go lie down. It didn't matter. Actually, no, don't lie down. Kneel is fine. Kneel is fine. Yeah. Okay. Stay still again. Stay still now. Put the gun in your opposite hand. So your left hand if you're righty. If you're right-handed, your left hand. And now there's going to be a difference between the right and left, and you need to find it. Okay, I'm going to be asking you the question. So lift up the gun, point it at the target. Okay, hold it steady and start to move, and start to move all around, just like you did with the other hand. But try to pay attention to what the difference is between the left and the right. There is something different about how you held the gun. There has to be. There's something major that you need to know. Okay, awesome. Come around. Okay, tell me, what was the difference between right and left hand? What did you find? I know, Eddie, you want to answer it. I can see you.
Found that I was more relaxed. The grip on the gun was less with the left hand.
Yeah, left hand can be softer for sure. What else, guys? What else? Something about the position of the gun, right? So what's different? So ask yourself, first of all, what's different? There's something that's different. So if I'm right-handed, there's something different on my right side than there is on my left side. There's one thing that is noticeably different.
Yeah, with the left hand, I couldn't really hold the gun too tight in the right, but in the right. I'm more confident with the right and the left, right?
So I want you to remember, guys, when we're talking about holding something steady, right? In other words, it requires me to be accurate, right? So both eyes are not equally accurate. If you're right-handed, you're generally right eye dominant, okay? So you notice that my dominant eye is not, I'm not a cyclops, okay? My eye is over here. So when I'm holding the gun, it's usually more on the right side because it's over my right eye, okay? So as I'm moving, this eye is always a reference point, okay? When I lift up the left, okay, now my eye is over here. So for me to see it, the gun have to be sideways, okay? So this is why you'll see the gangster hold. It's because the sights of the gun now have to line up with my right eye, not my left eye. The left eye is not going to be the dominant eye. So what you find is a different grip to the weapon, right? A different grip to it. Okay, don't do this stuff. This is just like for Hollywood stuff, garbage. Okay, but it is like this with your left hand, without a doubt. Okay, and I've done competitive shooting for a while, guys, and you have to take shots with your left hand. They make you. It's like hand and offhand shots, and offhand shots are usually like that because they have to line up over your right eye, over your right eye. Okay, so there is a little bit of a difference. Okay, does that make sense to you? It sounds small, but it's very important for you to understand, because no matter what I do, you have to be one. Very few people are both eye dominant. It's not the case. Okay. All right. So now I want you to keep focused. I've got the target, right? But now I'm going to be moving around. So I can move my weapon, but it's always pointed at the target. So I can go here. I can even lie down. Okay. But it's always pointed at a target. Okay. So I have to keep focused on something, but moving around, running, walking, crawling, rolling. It doesn't matter. Find something in your room that you want to point at and always point at it. Go. Always point at it and start to move any way you like now. So keep still. The gun has to stay still and focused, but the rest of your body has to. Try to imagine people pushing you guys. Imagine somebody's, if I'm there pushing you, right? Keep your body relaxed. Keep, as you're being pushed, your body is able to adapt, right? Step over a chair, go down underneath a table, always point at that target that you want. Like always keep your eye on it. Yeah. Especially if you can hide a little bit, like get behind something, but point at the target. Like this is very normal things to do when you're encountering a gun. So the gun needs to be still, your body needs to be mobile, and your eyesight has to be fixed. You're looking at a target. Very good, guys. Keep going, keep going. Looks good. Remember, the barrel always points at that target. No matter what you do, even if you go upside down, the gun has to stay pointed at that target. Awesome, guys. Good. It looked good. It looked good. It's really, this kind of thing is, like I said, I'm not a tactical. I'm not any military tactical kind of a guy. I've trained with a lot of them, but I personally am not that. I can't say that I've done that for a living per se, but I've trained with a lot of them, but most of the time, because in Canada the rules are quite strict, I'll go to shooting ranges where everything is very, cut and dry. There's no variation. The gun is here, it's on here, it's pointed there, and that's it. The first time I was experiencing some training where one of the experiences I had where I had to grab the guy by a neck. So he was facing me. I grabbed the guy by the neck and I'm pointing at a gun downrange and I'm walking backwards with the person while I'm shooting and I'm walking forwards with the person while I'm shooting. It was very bizarre for me because one, I wasn't used to it, right? You don't grab a person and shoot in Canada. We don't do that, right? Like that's just not what we do here. But what was interesting was moving and shooting was a whole other experience. And I realized that I got very good at staying still and shooting and being accurate, but moving and shooting is a whole other ball game. And moving it because it requires a steady focus and allowing the gun to move, but always keeping an eye on the target. And then when it gets there, you shoot. So this drill is really interesting. How you have to move but keep something still, right? Now we're going to go complete opposite. Okay? Grab your knife. Grab your knife. So now I'm going to stay still. Okay, I'm going to stay nice and still. So my body is not moving whatsoever. Okay. And think of that water. Make sure it's settled inside you, right? Like you're quiet outside and you're quiet inside. And very slowly, you're going to start to move the knife around you. Okay. But try not to move only the arm that's got the knife, but come all around you, right? Around your head, around your arm, around your legs, even like your back. So try to move the knife around you as much as you can. So the body stays very still, but the knife moves all around it. Okay. Yeah. And you don't have to go too slow. Just don't cut yourself. I mean, this is a sharp knife for me, and it's fine. Just be careful. You got to know your own body. Hopefully, you don't take a little off the side, and try to find a speed that you feel comfortable, that doesn't upset you. Because obviously, if you're tense, you're going to cut yourself, right? Try to kind of find a way that. So my body is still, my legs are still. Just the only thing that's moving is my one arm. So there's a stillness to my body, but there's a mobility to that arm now. It was the opposite with the gun, right? There was a stillness in the arm for the gun, and there was a mobility to my body because somebody could be shooting back and I've got to change my angles. This is completely opposite now. You can switch the hand too. So whatever I'm doing with the knife hand, I have to make sure that I didn't move the water inside myself. Back in your right hand, close your eyes. Do this with your eyes closed. A stillness to the body, a mobility to the arm and the knife. Switch hands if you haven't. Keep your eyes closed. Stillness to the body, guys. Be careful. Don't start to move your body. Just the arm moves. Awesome, guys. Good, good, good. Okay. Come around. How does it feel? How'd that feel? Could you see the perplexity? So with the gun, I'm still here, like that arm is still, but the body is mobile. Okay. So I've got to kind of be still. And the only reason people put two is to make it more still, right? And then with the knife, it's completely opposite. The knife is mobile, right? But my body's still. Now, of course, my body could move too if I wanted, right? But I like the combination of these two things because the focus is not on the gun or on the knife. The focus is on stillness and mobility and making sure that I'm not just happy with mobility, I'm also happy with stillness. In other words, you ever see those people that need to be doing something to be happy? Like I got to go somewhere. I got to do, like, you want to make sure that, yeah, of course, I like going places and being happy, but there's nothing wrong with also doing nothing. It's also fine too, right? There's also some joy just doing zero, like just sitting back, putting your feet up and having, like, that should also bring you as much joy. So it's not like I want one or the other, but a lot of people are very busy in martial arts, but they don't enjoy the stillness. You know, that's important. Stillness is really nice. Okay. How does it feel, guys? How do you feel? Does it feel good? Did you enjoy the class? Is it a lot to think about, or
Enjoyed
confusing?
very much, very much. Very nice. Especially
Try to see these things, guys, in all aspects of your life. Please, I can't stress it enough, right? Eating, walking, daily life. Try to find that the stuff you're doing gives you fun, and then also doing nothing to do the same thing as well, right? Be aware of the stillness and the calmness of stuff, okay? I'll post the video. Does anybody have any questions? Are you good? I mean, is there something that sticks out to you? No? You guys you did great, guys. You did great. What I like about this is that it really shows you, it tells you that you're willing to work hard, but that not at the sacrifice of yourself. Right? Like, you know, like I think we all want a peace inside us. We, you know, like I want to work hard, and also that, you know, when I train, especially when I train and exercise, when I finish, I want to be calm and strong. I don't want to be worked up and fidgety, right? So your martial art training should make us calm and confident, you know, not, you know, fired up and angry. So this kind of training will do that for you. Okay, so great work, guys. I'll post the video up today or tomorrow, and you guys can always email me if you have questions. Okay, I'll see what we're gonna do next week. I have some ideas.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks,
Thank
Manny.
you so much.
Bye,
All the best,
everyone.
guys.
Thank you, Manny. Have a nice
Bye,
day.
guys.
Bye.
Enjoy Greece. Bye.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Have a
Bye.
nice day.